What if I told you the ending of The Karate Kid wasn't actually the ending, but the beginning of a much deeper story no one ever showed you? That final moment, the victory, the respect, the silence after the storm, it felt complete. But what if everything that came after was even more intense? Because growing up doesn't stop when the fight is over. In fact, that's when the real battle begins. By 2026, every character you thought you understood has changed. Some found peace, others faced consequences they never saw coming. And once you see what really happened after that tournament, it completely changes how you look at the entire story. Dree Parker. Dree Parker walked into the story as an outsider, angry, confused, and struggling to adapt to a new life. His victory at the tournament felt like the perfect ending. He earned respect, confidence, and control. But what came next wasn't easy. As time passed, Dree realized that winning once doesn't solve everything. By 2026, he faced a different kind of pressure. People expected him to stay strong, disciplined, and successful, but internally he struggled with maintaining that identity. The same training that once saved him now felt like a responsibility he couldn't escape. His biggest challenge became balance, holding on to his values while trying to live a normal life. Fans often forget that growth isn't linear. Dree's story shows that even after winning, you still have to fight every day to stay grounded. His journey becomes less about proving himself to others and more about understanding himself. Mr. Han. Mr. Han was never just a teacher. From the beginning, he carried a quiet sadness that shaped every lesson he gave. His training methods seemed simple, but they were deeply connected to his past. After Dree's victory, many assumed Mr. Han's role was complete. But by 2026, his story took a more emotional turn. Teaching Dree forced him to reopen wounds he had buried for years. Every lesson became a reminder of his own loss. Instead of fading into the background, Mr. Han became something greater, a guardian of philosophy, discipline, and emotional healing. But that role came with weight. Passing wisdom isn't easy when it's built on pain. His journey reminds us that mentors don't just teach others, they continuously heal themselves through the process. And sometimes, the strongest people are the ones still quietly rebuilding. ShangChi. Shang started as the intimidating rival, the one who pushed Drew to his limits. His aggression made him seem like the clear antagonist. But losing the tournament changed everything. After that defeat, Cheng faced something unfamiliar: silence. The fear-based respect he once had disappeared. By 2026, he was left questioning who he really was without dominance. His transformation is one of the most overlooked parts of the story. Instead of continuing as a bully, he began confronting the pressure that shaped him. The strict training, the expectations, the constant demand to be strong, it all started to unravel. Cheng's journey shows that even those who seem powerful can feel lost when their identity is built on fear. His story becomes less about rivalry and more about rediscovery. Master Li represented discipline in its harshest form. From the beginning, his teachings were built on control, intensity, and zero tolerance for weakness. But as time passed, questions began to surface. Was his method truly creating strength or just fear? By 2026, the impact of his training became more visible. Students like Chang didn't just lose fights, they lost confidence. The pressure to win at all costs created cracks that couldn't be ignored anymore. This sparked quiet controversy. Some believed his approach built resilience, while others saw it as damaging. Master Li's legacy became complicated. His story highlights a powerful truth: discipline without compassion can break people. And sometimes, the strongest systems are the ones that need to change the most. Maine Mang brought warmth and connection into Dree's life during a time when he felt completely alone. She represented balance, a reminder that life wasn't just about fighting, but growing up changed everything. By 2026, Ming faced expectations from her family that pulled her in a different direction. Her dreams and responsibilities began to clash. Her relationship with Drew also evolved. What once felt simple became complicated by distance, time, and personal growth. She wasn't just the supportive friend anymore, she was someone trying to define her own path. Her story reflects the reality that relationships don't always stay the same. Sometimes growth means moving forward, even if it means leaving parts of the past behind. Sherry Parker. Sherry Parker, Dree's mother, was the quiet force holding everything together. While Dree fought physical battles, she faced emotional ones, adjusting to a new country and supporting her son through struggles she couldn't fully control. By 2026, her role becomes even more significant. She watched Dree grow, but also worried about the pressure he carried. Her strength wasn't loud, but it was constant. Her journey reminds us that behind every strong individual is often someone who supported them silently. She represents resilience in its purest form. Ming's father. Ming's father symbolized structure, discipline, and high expectations. From the beginning, he valued order and tradition. As time passed, his expectations created tension. By 2026, this pressure began affecting Ming's choices and independence. His character shows how good intentions can sometimes feel overwhelming. Wanting the best for someone doesn't always mean understanding what they truly need. Ming's mother. Ming's mother brought a softer energy to the family dynamic. She balanced the strictness of her husband with empathy and understanding. By 2026, her role becomes more important as she tries to support Ming through growing challenges. She represents emotional balance in a structured environment. Liang's, Wang, and others. Characters like Liang and Zhuang may have seemed like background figures, but they represent the environment surrounding the main story. By 2026, they symbolize the system that shaped both Drew and Cheng. Their presence reminds us that no journey happens in isolation. Every character, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. In the end, the Karate Kid was never just about winning a fight. It was about what happens after the victory, when life continues, expectations grow, and identity is tested. And that's what makes this story unforgettable.